Hi team, welcome to the basement. Come in, relax, I just want to talk. You'll notice that we got Chillax here.
Chillax!
You've all been worried about how he's been faring, and with good reason too, because he hasn't been doing that great. You can see he's half dead. So we're gonna have to make some kind of Frankenstein out of him. We need to trim off some of these broken limbs. I don't know what I'm doing here. Nice sharp secateurs is key. There we go. He has been reborn. Chillax. Will Chillax survive the next few months? We can all take bets. These are his dead bits. So a few days back, I headed over to Wairarapa and I met Frank and Josje of Wairarapa Eco Farms. They run a CSA over there, which stands for Community Supported Agriculture. And they basically have a farm where they grow fruit, vegetables, and people pay a subscription. They get a weekly vegetable or fruit or egg box arrive. Each week it's a little bit different. It's all organic. It's a really cool system, and I'm heading over there to meet them, find out what we can learn.
You need diversity as a farmer. Diversity of money flow, but also the soil needs diversity, because if you keep on doing the same thing to the soil over and over again, the soil gets bored. We are serving the soil, Mother Earth, and we are serving the community. Our people are feeding them wholesomely. The breakthrough was when we figured out that the way to make money out of it is to direct sell, cut out all the middlemen. So people buy a share in the harvest. So they can buy a share in the harvest of veggies, they can buy a share in the harvest of fruit, or at the moment they can buy a share in eggs as well.
I was curious to hear Frank's views on the movement towards organic and sustainable produce. A lot of people are feeling disillusioned with big agriculture these days, and Frank and Josje at the Wairarapa Eco Farms provide a pretty good alternative.
The way farming works at the moment is we're overly active with the soil. We do too much to it. We put too much into it for farming out there in the old world. We put too much into it, and we put an awful lot of killers into it. And we call them herbicides, pesticides and biocides, etc., etc., etc. They're all E-cides, they're all killers. So we don't do that, which automatically means we are better for the environment, but also it automatically means we grow better food quality. Me, having finished a master's degree, thought that I would automatically have an audience, and then if I would explain it to them, they would jump to the bandwagon and the whole world would change. That was a little bit naive. You don't change the world by changing other people. You change the world by changing your inner self. That does mean that you have to lead by example, and everything around here that emerged about leading by example.
Frank and Josje are not in this just to feed people good food. They're also in this to feed their minds. So they've got a real good focus on education.
Education for us is important because we don't just grow one big crop of broccoli and sell that to the wholesaler. We do have broccoli, but even the broccoli that we grow is different sizes and we don't waste anything. So we need to explain, for example, to our CSA members why that broccoli is smaller or a bit out of shape. People need to know why we're growing it, why it's in the basket, and what they can do with it. Taste is way more, plus the nutrition that it gives you is way more important than if it's glossy and if it's got wax on it and if it's got a sticker on it. Other thing we find these days is that the weeds that are coming up are edible too. So the chickweed that grows here in the greenhouse, it's really nice in cooking. We make really nice pakoras with it.
Next, Frank and I talked a little bit about how he came to be where he is today.
As a youngster, I didn't know what I was going to be, so I lacked the motivation for school. And also I was always told that I wasn't a great learner anyway. Nobody taught me that I should grow up to be happy. Which seems to be the main thing. You need to grow up to be happy. I ended up doing army service, and there I learned how to play the system. And then I ended up at the same school as Josje did, tropical and subtropical agriculture. And that really intrigued me, and certainly soils intrigued me. But I also very quickly learned that what they were trying to teach us, which was sort of green revolution agriculture, which is based on chemistry and physics, that didn't seem to me as a finished story. So we had one teacher that was teaching us about biodynamic farming, and there all of a sudden was a person that was taking physics and chemistry in soil, but also looking at the biology, all the soil life. And that was a finished story in my view.
Frank and Josje breed these awesome Wairarapa sheepdogs that come from Italy. They've got a bunch of puppies at the moment, super cute. The Wairarapa sheepdog is a livestock guardian dog, and it looks after the chickens at Frank and Josje's place. It's pretty cool.
So one of the things they need to learn is they need to recognize chickens as the good ones. So we need to take them into the yards.
Oh yeah, that sounds good.
Shall we take you into the yards? Come on.
Animal integration plays a big role at the Wairarapa Eco Farms. Each animal has its own job. This is something I was keen to learn a little bit more about as we have chickens, and I want to see how we can get those working in the garden a little bit better. Frank suggests we get more chickens, so we've got 2 at the moment, so he reckons we should get 5 or 6 more. 7 chickens.
The chicken has different feet, so he will open up the ground, dig it up a little bit, get some fresh manure in there, and then they mixing it all with their feet, while the ducks and geese don't do that. They just eat the bigger leaves.
Something I was really keen to talk to Frank about, as he's a soil scientist, is the importance of soil quality. That's something that I really need to look at our place, and we need to learn as much as we can. So in future episodes, we'll be talking more with Frank about soil quality.
I did my thesis on compost and how to compost. And from that time onwards, I've been hooked, really. And the path from humus to soil quality to food quality there's such a direct link. People that are in our scheme, and this is the cool bit, they actually allow me to do it properly.
In future episodes, we'll be talking more with Frank about soil quality, about composting, about humus, about building soils. That should be interesting. That's something I really want to learn about so that we can step off on the right foot here at home in the garden.
We're not selling vegetables, we're not selling fruit, we're selling a future.
Thanks for joining us, folks. In the next episode, we're going to be getting back into the garden and getting stuck in, and Frank is going to come around and join us, have a little bit of a look at the design and give us a little bit of advice, and we're going to try and come up with some kind of plan for the crazy terracing and retaining wall issue that we've got. So thanks a lot again for tuning in. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you again next time. Kia ora.